Alright, so in this video, I'm just going to quickly go over a few secret strategies to grow your audience as well as your revenue. Now, I'm going to be covering tips and strategies that you probably never heard of anywhere else. So let's get straight into it. Okay. So when it comes to growing your audience, obviously you might have heard everyone say, "Hey, post consistently." I know that's what Gary Vee says. "Hey, post with better edits, post more." And post in every single platform because you want to be everywhere your clients are, right? Well, those things worked in the past, but if you want to grow in this new age, you need to be doing different things. And before you create any type of content, there are four things that you need to think in order to grow your audience organically. First, you need to think, what is the beginning purpose? What is the end goal for you making content? Is that to sell your own product, sell your own service, or is it to just have an exist by creating a media company? You need to know what your end goal is. And then you need to find out what's the interaction between your expertise and your audience's pain points. So there is this Japanese concept, I don't know what its name, but you should look at it. It's I'm sure that you know about it, but it's essentially about finding the interaction between what you love, what makes you money, what would help others, and what makes you fulfilled. So you find the interaction between those four things. I don't know why my finger is like this. I gotta straighten that out. But anyway, you gotta find the interaction. If you find the interaction between those things, you need to double down on making those kind of content that intersect between your expertise and the audience's pain point. And then you need to be different. And contrary to what most others says, you should not be everywhere every time. You need to niche down to a single show. So that could be a YouTube channel, that could be a podcast, that could be a TikTok special, anything like that. You need to niche down to that and just make it the best thing that there is about the problem that you're solving. And then you can repurpose that to other platforms. And finally, you need to drive traffic to whatever platform you own. So the problem with creating content these days is because we live in rented land. If we got a YouTube channel, if you got a podcast, all of that is not an audience that we own. We rent that audience from Google, Apple, and Meta. So what you need to do, you need to have call to actions of every single content piece, driving them to a platform that you own, which is your newsletter. Okay, that's the best platform that you can actually own. And this something that you probably never heard of that you can grow your audience is by acquisitions. So when I say acquisitions, I mean there are probably other people that are selling to the exact same audience that you are selling to, and also they are probably selling the same solution, right? You guys might be a little bit different, but mostly you got other people that are selling to the same people as you for the same solution or problem, but they might be on different platforms. You might be on YouTube, they might be on podcast. And what you can do is you can actually go and acquire this because a lot of the times these people, most people just started this whole content thing as a hobby, and now it might have gotten too big for them to enjoy doing the work. So now they might have to handle a team, do finances and all that stuff, and they are just looking for a good home for their show. And if you go in and ask them, hey, can I buy this off from you? I'll handle everything, and you can get a really great audience for like 15 grand, 5 grand. And but the thing is that you don't like email them first up saying, hey, can I buy a thing? No, first you need to be friends with them, see how what are their metrics are, how many views they are getting, how many impressions they are getting, and then they might say, hey, like this running this thing is kind of bothering me, and that's where you should come out and say, no worries, man, I'll get this off from you. Just sell this for me for 5 grand. Yeah, that is a really overlooked method of, not an overlook, like a underutilized method of growing your audience. When it comes to growing your revenue, there are a bunch of ways, and it depends whether you have your own product or if you don't. Right? If you have your own product or service, you can sell using a private community. So you put calls to action on every single one of your content pieces that drives the traffic to a private community. This could be a newsletter or a school group or even a Facebook group. And then you can place a setter in that community who which engages with the people that joins and books the people on your service. This is only if you have a high ticket service. That's only where you can afford to pay the setter and everything. But if you have a low ticket product or maybe a course, you can literally just direct them to a product page through your content. Say if you are making YouTube content, then you can put a call to action in your description saying, hey, I got this course or this product. Just click the link below and you can see that. Okay, but if you got a high ticket product or service, you need to add something in between of your content piece and the sales page. You need to put a VSL. Okay, and preferably you can put the VSL in a YouTube video as well, because that way they don't have to go to another platform. They can just watch it from where they are already, and then you can, in the VSL, you can say to them, hey, I got this high ticket thing, book a call with me or go to this product page. But if you don't have your own product or if you can't sell your own product, then the easiest method is to have a benefactory program. So you probably heard of Patreons and all those platforms. And what you have to do is, once you have built a good enough audience, you reach out to them, you put a post or a story saying, hey, I got 5 spots for 5 partners that can be benefit factories for me. And what they will get is they will get 20% of your inventory. So that could be 20% of space in your newsletter, 20% of advertising space. So you can let them put a post on your own social media profiles. Whatever it is, the important thing is to make it exclusive. For 5 partners is very good enough, and you can sell each spot for about 10 grand. And you do that 5 times, you get 50 grand coming in every year. Okay, so that should be good enough for the beginning. This is just something for the beginning. Once you scale, you have other methods, and if you need any help with that, just reach out to me. I'll help you with that. So that's it, everyone. So I hope you got any value. I'm sorry for being a little bit sloppy. I'm just a little sick these days. That's it. I'll see you later.